Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Last time we showed a bunch of cannibals why eating people doesn't pay. You get shot at.
Oh, hi again.
No, I keep hitting the wrong one. Okay.
Whatever you say. That's 3 down, 2 to go.
Okay, so I am just kind of going to go, that's a bad way to say it, but I'm just gonna straight up run up to the boomers yet again and try to help them. What could possibly go wrong? Says Bubsy before his great game, Bubsy 3D. Hey, Bubsy 3D is very antiquated. I'm not a big fan, very clearly. But goddamn, it is not as bad as people pretend it is. Like, which I know is a very low bar. Like, when I mean low, I mean it's down in the floor. But it is not just completely terrible. It is okay. There's an entire video from Sean Johnson about the worst PlayStation games. You should watch the video, specifically the Bubsy 3D review. He does a really good job explaining, yeah, the game isn't very good, but it's nowhere near the worst, like, game on... Hell, it's not the worst game released in that genre in that year.
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. These are extraordinary.
Okay.
Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest.
Huh.
I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free. Sure, anyone can. But there's more than a few down there. See for yourself. One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there, or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against.
Loyal? Huh. You know, I really can't say no to free guns. So I need to go do ants misbehaving. Well, whatever. It is time to find... It's not you, is it? No. Is that the generator? No, that's not the generator room. Unless Bethesda's smoking something. Yeah, these are the Nellis hangars. I wonder if there's anything in them. Huh. World map. No, that has to be the, I'm on the other side. I have to talk to the guy first, man. I need to know. More importantly, need to have the weapon, whatever it is. Where am I? I'm nearly there. Why are there 3 markers now? Ah, restart the 2 generators, then... Okay. To Loyal, okay.
I don't know how you... I hope Pearl knows what she's... I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without knowing the exact frequency.
Ah.
Hot damn, you're right. It's a matter of boosting across those thresholds, not exact amplitude. You're smarter than you look. Just so happens I was testing it at 24,000 hertz, so it should be good to go. Place it near their nest and cross your fingers. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might make you feel sick to your stomach.
Huh. Okay. Let's go. I proceeded to be eaten alive by Nintendo for that. One moment, please. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, let's kill the ants. What could possibly go wrong? But yeah, TLDR, the biggest issue with Bubsy 3D was, well, honestly, it seems like it was kind of inspired by Jumping Flash a little, and maybe Alpha Waves. The big issue with it is, so in Jumping Flash, you jump 3 times, and then the camera looks down on your third jump. But, the motion in, specifically, you know, the motion is just a little bit too jerky and quick. If, Bubsy had a double jump in Bubsy 3D, that'd be way better. Huh. Huh. Okay, so we should go up. Gotta follow one of these markers. Okay. Oh my god. I opened, I'm sorry. I was using TGM and I forgot to turn it off. They've been eating gunpowder, so woohoo, baby. Actually, that isn't a bad idea. Ooh, a missile launcher. Huh. Cause, if I set them on fire when they're, like, a group, then they should go all kablooey. Huh. Okay. Wait, what is that animation? It's just... Fuck. That didn't happen. Okay, come on! No! Does it not let me jump? I will make... Oh my god. The controls in any Bethesda game. But it is seemingly... I mean, these controls feel like they've honestly stayed... It didn't jump! Like, they've honestly stayed the fucking same since Daggerfall. There we go. Who said jumping that was hard? Oh, what's in here? I can take what I find. A grenade, a frag grenade, a second grenade launcher. Guess everything's kind of a little explosive here. Not the only explosive around here. Okay, where are the fucking things? Oh, ants! Wow, these are artillery. I'm sorry, I had to know. Come on, wait. Wait a minute. How far do I need to be from that for it not to kill me? One moment. From it? That's okay. That is very cool. Huh. Oh yeah, they've eaten through the generators. Well, the transformers, I guess. No, these would be the transformers. Huh. Well, it says optional, do this or that. How do I know? So many markers! Are these also explosive? I'm sorry, but it's one of those things which I just have to try. Honestly, I think the massive just kablooey makes it more fun. Hello there. I'm stupid. There were hundreds of rounds of ammo. Look at how much ammo I have for the gun now. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Okay. Fire it up. Naturally. Huh. Wait a minute, I'm still not done? Yeah, there's still... Wish it showed me where they were on the floor. I have a chat open in one of the windows because I forgot to close it. But, one person's like, hey, is a 1060 viable? Well, for what? Hell yeah, baby. Cause a 1066 gig is viable, depending on what you use it for. Oh, it's a giant ah! Where's my... do I have a laser rifle? I know I have a laser rifle, actually. Actually, I could really use you in the 3 slot. Okay, so, Who's my next victim? You! I have an idea. Okay, we got him. Takes a few rounds of that to, Oh, one moment. I have an idea. Come here. Come here, buddy. That killed me, didn't it? It did. Okay, so we can try again. Okay. Where's your head? Oh, yeah, baby. We rolled a crit. He's dead. But, like, dead. Okay, what do I have to do now? Still more of them. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? I have to say, I don't know if I'm maybe playing these things a little bit out of order. Because on one hand, I went from, like, gunning down a bunch of cannibals. Holy shit, that was a lot of ammo. But yeah, I went from gunning down a bunch of cannibals to, killing a bunch of fucking ants. Granted, they're big ants, but still. And there's so many of them. Why is there so many? One of these, all of them are blinking. Hello. What if I, get 2? 2's enough. Okay. Okay. Should be more around the corner. Hi there, buddy! Yeah. I am so sorry, but that is so fun to do. Oh, that's where they're coming out. Did you just come out of that hole, buddy? Huh. Well. There's the head. Oh, there's another one. How do I... Okay. Got him. Okay, I need to start using VATS more. It was ass in Fallout 4. What just happened? Oh, there's something up there. Yeah, okay. I mean, we did it. Well, you could still feel it at, like, such a high frequency, I think. I'm not an expert on sound waves and physics. Especially if my, schools, anything to go by. But yeah, we did it. We did it. Huh. Wait a minute. Fuck. What up? Wait, what? Oh, I'm stupid. It's right over here. What if there's some mama ant waiting for me? Yeah, there's none. Okay. Wouldn't be surprised. Okay, whatever. Let's head over to the world map and teleport down there. Right click.
Watch out.
What happened? Should I be running?
Warning. You should get out of my face.
Wait, what do I need to do now? Alright, over there.
I see the power's back on. The ants are all dead? Maybe Pearl is right about you, because I don't know how you pulled that off. I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators. Good work.
Oops. I can get out of this, right? Yeah, I can. Alright. Well, I need to hit the quest button and, help someone else. I can still speak to her. Let's try again. Hello.
What is it, outsider? The next time you leave Nellis, keep an eye out for missiles. Come find me when... It's better than nothing. Alright.
Hold on. One moment. Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, it's just a matter of talking to people. Okay, the robot doesn't need my help, it seems. No. I have to keep opening and closing my window because one of my neighbors decides to smoke. And that's... I could never get into smoking. It's just fucking gross.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider, but I have patients to tend to. I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training? No need to apologize. Their care is my responsibility, not yours. Thing is, everything I know came out of a first aid handbook. If you think you know more than that, let me know.
Okay, so I'll need to get 40 of that. I'll keep that in mind next time I level up. Anywho, there's gonna be another quest waiting for me. Just somewhere over here. Hello there, Pete.
You're the outsider. Gosh, there's a lot of folks. Argyle's our doctor. He could use help. Over at the workshop, Loyal and Jack are always building. Me? I'm Pete, keeper of the story. I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice keeper of the story until a couple months ago, but old keeper Don, well, whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. I bet you want to know everything about us. Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale.
Oh my god, I just noticed it.
Long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade.
Okay. Is that it? Ready for like a 10-minute story. Huh. Okay, let's go over there. I think that's where the workshop is. Right, it's here, yeah.
I don't know how you survived the bombardment. That's incredible. What is it, outsider? If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building's...
Hmm.
Ha! If we had spare parts, do you think I'd be asking you to fix the damn things? That's rich. No, we ran out of spares a while back, and Jack and I have been doing our best to patch the arrays. There have to be spare parts somewhere around the wasteland, but I just... No. No. Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet, you should see Pete and get the tour. We dream to one day rule the skies. Bye.
Okay.
Hey.
What do you
so
need
you're
help
the
with?
outsider. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us.
Hmm.
Me? I work with Loyal. Mostly electronics work and robotics. Keeping the old technologies alive, right? Loyal's a great man, but he's getting on in years. So a younger's gotta learn everything he knows. That'd be me. The man knows how to fix and build just about everything that was ever made. It's not easy keeping up with him. If you help him recover the lady, I figure... Oh, I figure it's been a nice day. Yeah, a real nice day. Did I say that? Sometimes I just say stupid things. Sorry about that. Pearl will tell you when the time comes. I mean, I should really be going.
Okay. Huh, that's the door to the outside world. Okay, what else? Hmm. So that's all the stuff I can do. I'll think about it for a little while. Be right back. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna very quickly try to do the other quests. Specifically in the Red Rock Canyon, because we can. Because I don't know what else to do except, you know, I'll do them later, I promise. If I go on stats and I go on data, yeah, no, sorry, data quests, I want to do my kind of town. Okay. I guess we can speak to people and see what's up.
Come to gawk at the Great Khan. What do you want? Fuck off.
Those black armored devils might be
I heard from one of my runners that check code the bathroom.
Oh, there are some guys here.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub? You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people. You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory. In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here. They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down. Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations. You want to hear?
Okay, I need to try something.
They
Huh.
What? It's because of that we have sworn to take revenge on. Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you? Ha! The Great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado, and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The Great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes. Fair.
I do need
you're
to...
back.
Okay, no, that's it. What about you?
Greetings in the name of Kaiser. They're a tribe of fine warriors with many proud traditions and a glorious history. They will be worthy additions to the Legion. My name is Karl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the Great Khans as a token of our alliance. In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes. I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans. Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle. Speak then. Yes, goodbye.
The fact I can't tell him about the fact that House is dead.
Check-coded bastard got thrown out on his ass. I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans? That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar. I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere. Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind. Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider. Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior. Until next time.
Huh.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
Hello there again.
You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the Great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration. Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular: me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him. I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you. You'd have to talk to them, but those two have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around. Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts. Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture. Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the Great Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa. I would too, if I were you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What more do you want? Join? Oh, no, I simply couldn't. That is, I'm not worthy of such an honor. Of course I am. That is to say, Caesar has many fine warriors, and I wouldn't wish to compare them to the Great Khans. When?
Okay, I'm gonna have to wait a little. But until then, I think I'm just gonna go on an adventure. I want to go down here. I'm pretty sure there's a vault here somewhere. It's worthwhile to explore. So I'm gonna try to do that. I want to get to level 16. I need 75 speech. So yeah, I will do my best. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you then. Goodbye.